Hello and welcome back to Studio Kaiju RC Review. Today we are going to look at the Z65. Is it any good? Let's find out, shall we?
This series presents information based in part on theory and conjecture. The producer's purpose is to suggest some possible explanations, but not necessarily the only ones, to the mysteries we will examine.
Hello. DeeRC has come up with a very interesting EPP plane. It's supposed to be really a jet, but it's the Z65 4-channel, meaning that it controls not just the propellers, but also two ailerons, so giving it a big greater maneuverability. 4-channel remote control that handles all of that. It has it's supposed to come with two batteries. I only got one that are 600 milliamp hour, I'm sorry, 3.7 volt, 600 milliamp hour batteries. Gives you about 15 minutes flight time per battery, and that seems to be pretty accurate from my experience. Now, one of the problems I had with this plane was when I got it, it was very windy. It's been very windy for a while, and it promises to be very windy for a while longer. So I've only had 2 days where I could really fly it over the last week and a half and get any kind of assessment. One being a couple of days ago when it was a little rainy out, and I'm going to use that footage, I think. And the other one being this morning where it was kind of frosty out. So what are you going to do? The Z65 is a unique design. It doesn't appear to be based off any existing aircraft, which is kind of cool. I like that they were being a little innovative and they just said, hey, what would look awesome in the air? And this does look awesome in the air. They do not feel the need to raise the cockpit any. So that raises the question, is this a cockpit or is this a UAV? You know, I mean, in technical terms, yes, it's a UAV, an unmanned aerial vehicle. But as far as within the universe of this existence, is this supposed to be a jet, like say, a manned vehicle, like say if I had a P-51D from World War II, that would clearly be supposed to be a manned vehicle. So yes, it is a UAV in the respect that you couldn't fit a human being inside this because, well, human beings tend to be way up here, and this thing's only like about inch and a half, maybe 2 inches high, not counting the tails. So you get with that this really nice 4-channel remote control. It takes 4 batteries, 4 AA's, so it's fairly powerful remote control. It's nice and hefty too. I like that about it. It has among the features, it has level control, which is kind of interesting. The level control means that if you get it up, say it's flying about 20 feet, and you want to keep it at that elevation, you press that button, and it'll more or less stay at 20 feet as you fly it around without you having to adjust the pitch of the plane. And yeah, it should be a good feature. I have yet to try it out just because I've had so limited time over the last week and a half to fly. The controller also has speed button for 2 speeds. The fastest speed getting you up to about almost 6.5 miles per hour, which is faster than it sounds. And then you've got a 360 roll button, which I believe is just barrel roll, although I think you are also supposed to be able to do a loop, but I have yet to do that again because of the high winds that we've been having. The plane is a pretty decent flyer. It's not a phenomenal flyer, which I really kind of feel bad about saying because I honestly wanted this to be, wow, this is my dream plane. It just looks so cool, you know? I mean, come on, look at the job they did decorating this thing. Oh, hey, you want to see something cool? Check this out. When you turn it on, you get green LEDs. That makes it really easy to fly it in low light conditions, and just kind of looks cool, and also helps you in low light conditions flying and knowing your orientation, because it's the wedge shape. So yes, this is it's a cool looking vehicle, and it's just the scheme on it is awesome. The shape of the plane is really nice. Just wish to God that they had, I don't know, made it easier to fly. And it's not that it's before channel. I've flown 4-channel, and I'm not too bad at that. I can usually pick it up, but it does have a couple of issues. It's not good at taking off from the ground. You know, you're supposed to be able to launch it from the ground or by hand. I generally don't like to launch by hand, but with this one, I kind of have to, because on the ground it can go like 30 feet before it'll actually lift up. And that, I think, is in the shape of the wings. I think there's not enough lift under the wings. If there had just been a little bit more, you get a little better lift. Also, the thing, now this, I'm going to guess, is just an issue that I have with this particular unit, because I haven't heard this from anyone else. But I've had an issue, and it's happened numerous times, where the plane just stops mid-flight and just flying along. It's doing great. It's not even that far away from me, maybe about 40 yards, something like that. And then all of a sudden, just stops. And then it starts right back up again. I don't know why, but it's not something where I'm doing it with the controller here. I'm not going here and then all of a sudden go, I think I'll just stop the forward thrust. No, it's literally, I'll be flying it and paying full attention, and it will. So, yeah, I'm going to guess that's this unit and not every unit. And, so I'm going to give DeeRC a little break on that one and not go, hey, this is a problem with this plane. I'm going to go, hey, this is a problem with this particular unit, which I can live with. I can actually live with that. I'm not too upset about it, and I'm not willing to write off DeeRC, because they're a fairly innovative company. They have brought a lot of cool stuff to the market, and I don't think it's in them to want to make a bad machine. So there you go. All right, listen, I'm going to let you take a look at some footage, and we're going to get going. Hit like, hit subscribe, do all those things that everybody else asks you to do, just because, you're on my page looking at my stuff, and I feel bad if I didn't ask you to do that. It would just make me sad. You don't want me sad, do you? Wait, what do you mean you do? I heard that. Hey, everybody, have a good day.
All right, it's kind of a wet day today here on the proving grounds. This is the DeeRC Z65. Looks like a jet or maybe a UAV in terms of the design of the vehicle, because it doesn't have a raised cockpit, but it does have a cockpit. So I'm assuming that means it's supposed to be a jet. Anyhow, let's see how this thing flies. It's 4-channel, has this nice little remote, has a sizable range. I think it's 500 feet. Let's give it a shot. All right. It is a little windy today. Alright, gonna lower the rate a little, make it a little more controllable. I don't want to have to go in the wet grass. It does seem to handle it pretty nicely. Look at that.